AI is taking our inputs, 2XKO, Caitlyn Impressions, and of course, workshops might be the future of the FGC. Welcome to Double Tap, this Smash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I'm, of course, Crash, your host, and the rest of my expedition here. We've got Static Gorilla.
Hi.
And then we got Meza in the building.
Yo, what up?
What's up, fellas? What is up? We are in it for some good stuff this week. We are T-minus like 12 minutes before the new patch comes out. We've gotten some controversies over the past week, and I've got some fun little stuff to talk about. Some Steam Workshop stuff later. You guys hyped for some 2X later? You guys ready to play some after this?
That's a yes for me. That's an absolute yes for me.
Damn, that's an absolute
I was waiting for Gabe to say something. He was like, no.
I'm sort of in this lull period before Frosties is kind of the thing. So I kind of want to be locked in, but I also don't want to over-exert myself.
I mean,
I don't want to burn myself out.
You're playing two major games with two major changes. That is kind of a fucked situation, huh?
You might as well roll the dice, baby. Go to Vegas. You don't know what's going to happen now.
Dre, you already know my problem with Vegas.
Yes, I do know your problem with Vegas. Don't go to Vegas. If Static's ever at Evo and he's like, yo, man, I'll make the money back, I swear.
I'm retired.
Don't give him any money.
I'm retired.
Uh-huh. All right, so let's get into it. Actually, yeah, 2X will be the first thing we'll talk about because we are, no joke, T-minus 10 minutes before the game actually does officially launch on consoles. Season 1, Caitlyn, a bunch of costumes, and a slew of patches that are coming. We thought we were going to get slow, this a little bit like slow drip. To be honest, I had just forgotten it was going to be released within like the last episode, right, from last week, and I was like, oh, we might have one or two things, and then they're just going to dump everything. No, they did that, I think, towards the weekend. We are already seeing, maybe even right after last week's episode. I think it might have been a day or so after. We had already then seen like the rest of the gameplay, the breakdown, and then some of the patch notes that came out. But they fully released them. And we've had the chance to already, even though the game's not actually out, you can actually have already played it on the offline executable that you get for 2XKO. You don't actually have to be on online servers to play, right? That's one of the great things about the game. Shout outs to Riot for actually, and the team for coming up with that. So you can actually play Caitlyn now. Let's run through some quick impressions of her before we jump through some of these patch notes. I only got 15, 20 or so minutes of her after I got home. I like some of her buttons. I could see some of her stuff is a little stubby though, like her crouching light is like hella stubby. Like they're stubby. Then this shit, it's like Teemo levels of stub when it comes to the crouching light. But her other buttons though, like her standing medium was like dope. Her standing heavy, I'm surprised how fast it is. I think that's a 17 frame heavy versus a 15 frame medium. It's like almost as fast as a medium, which is kind of wild. Pushes her forward a little bit. But like I said, initial impressions, just trying to get an idea of like her movement. Like she's really you're definitely gonna utilize her special abilities to kind of get her mobile in certain areas, like to do certain combo routes for sure. I'm not fully convinced, but obviously I've only had her for a little bit. I'm not super convinced yet. I'm waiting. Once I put a little bit more time, I'm gonna feel maybe a little bit better about how she's gonna click with some characters, or rather just her playstyle in general. But from the stuff I've seen online already, some people are tweeting out, there's gonna be some weird stuff. There's gonna be some weird stuff for sure.
I feel like something I've noticed with all the characters is a majority of the characters never feel the same. So what I mean by that is the first set of characters that we got, like Yasuo, Echo, all of them, Lally, Darius, they all kind of have this similar playstyle when it comes to how you hit your buttons, like stand medium, crouch medium, heavy or special buttons, something like that. This, aside from Yasuo being able to do like everything, she feels very technical in a sense, where I feel like I'm actually having to think about what buttons I want to press. And she has a ton of options, right? But it doesn't mean those options are like Yasuo, where you like do an option and it leads to another option and another option. or another combo route. It feels like I have to know what I'm going for in certain situations. So she feels like a technical character, which I like. But at the same time, I think her movement's pretty bad. Like outside of like
just kind of
air dash, kind of like air dash and like her run forward and her roll. Those are kind of like her three major things. Her backdash is really bad. I don't foresee myself doing a lot of it. I don't probably see a lot of people doing backdash because it just goes nowhere. It kind of reminds me of Jinx's a little bit, but it's a lot worse. Feels.
You think so? I think it's a little better than. I think it's a little better. Jinx, I feel has like the worst backdash. I think hers is the worst.
When I backdash with Jinx,
they did change those, yeah.
But here's the thing: when I backdash with Jinx, I backdash and I can let the whole backdash rock into another one, and she gets further away. Caitlyn, it does not. It feels like there's a little slight pause. Maybe that's because they've also been updating people's backdashes too. I know people said Echo's backdash got changed. So
yes, backdashing in general did get touched in the patch notes here,
which I'm not against, due to the fact that right now it feels like you have retreating guard. You shouldn't be. They don't want you to run away from everything pretty easily. I think Yasuo's probably the only character who can just do that freely. But with that being said, I think she has an interesting kit that is going to open up the game a lot more, whether people play her or not. I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to see as more characters come out, because I think she's gonna be one of the more flexible characters compared to some others.
Yeah, I think between her traps and like just these very interesting interactions, or kind of like point of interactions, depending on obviously the fuse, right? Like it gets a little. We're gonna start seeing how the fuses multiply and kind of change things up. But like some of the safe ones, like double down, I've already been shown to see like some ways to actually kind of like almost super loop in certain areas. And in others, like it seems like she can kind of extend into some weird, with some weird combos with some characters as well. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit.
I'm gonna give you one that I think people are gonna avoid, but they need to dive further, and if someone's gonna do it. Yeah, everybody does it, right? It's not enough fuses, not enough characters to not do it. But sidekick, I think, is gonna be hella strong. Depending on, like, if you play like Echo and then you play Caitlyn as a support, you're gonna be in really like a room of hell. I can only imagine the mix-ups. Yasuo, her as sidekick, because there's so much damage to go out anyway, right? Those characters get 25% more damage. It's insane already. I think it's 25% more damage.
A little bit more health too.
And and I think it's like 10-15% more health. That's how much.
And you can mitigate damage when you're in a combo.
Yep. So they could do that. You also can push block way easier without having the assist come out and get punished. So the thing that I think is having her shield is going to lead for a lot more mix-ups, and also having that super. I haven't seen how actually she has the firing super, but because you're using sidekick, I don't know if you'll have access to other stuff. That's the only thing. It's only that
you have access to the DHC. You have access to the
so assist. She's gonna be scary.
All 3 assists, but I think it costs a bar. So
yeah, it won't matter then. She's gonna be scary as a sidekick. And like I said, it's something that has to be dove into. I mean, I wouldn't play it in tournament because too short notice. I think it would be good if that's what you're dedicating your time to. But I think she's gonna be, like I said, she's gonna be flexible in many different places. I think even if she's being played as a juggernaut or a sidekick, your choice. I would never play juggernaut, even though it got buffed.
I'm on the other side right now. I feel like I'm going to I really want to start checking out some of these underutilized fuses a bit, because as more characters come out and more possibilities happen, right? Like there might be, some real dirt McGirt in there, but it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take some exploring, and with every character, with every kind of patch note and stuff, I think it's a great opportunity to remember about these other fuses. I mean, of course, there's still to go to. The top percentile of fuses are freestyle or double down, right? Like, then 2x is like right behind that. Those are the top 3. Juggernaut, sidekick, and that's it, right? Yeah, it's all 5.
Yeah, because Pulso's now.
And Juggernaut sidekick is just a little, it's a little.
I think that's the weakest one, and that's why they buffed it. But at the same time, I think that we're gonna see people kind of pull out some stuff. I mean, it's kind of weird because the only character that is effectively the strongest right now with Juggernaut, my personal opinion, is probably Yasuo, just because his damage output is insane. And now that he has more options off of his S1, forward S1, don't know, man. I mean, he is the ultimate flexible character in any position.
What is this werewolf that has?
Yeah, we'll talk about the patches in a sec. Static, have you had a chance to mess with Caitlyn at all?
Unfortunately, no. Due to my dare I say, controller usage. My controllers work. It's just that I can't use certain controllers while on the phones. If you catch my drift. I'm not trying to play while I'm working.
Man's got work.
Oh, I got so confused. I was
exactly
like, wait,
what
what's my man doing?
A man's got work.
Yo. Hands free. What are you talking about?
Yeah, or just quit your job, bro.
But I'll be completely honest. I've tried to play the game on D-pad.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say I tried to quit my job. I was like, don't do that. No,
I tried to play the game on D-pad. It does not translate, and I try to get figure it out with the special buttons on the back. I can't do it. It's just not. I think it's
doable. I do think it's meant to be played on controller. I think it's very nice on controller, but I wouldn't.
But that's not. We were not meant.
No,
we were not meant.
I don't know how you can do it because even maybe it's specific characters that could be or cannot be. But all the stance stuff with Yasuo, that's some dexterity that I need a flat surface.
Yeah, play claw, bro.
And I've tried on the hitbox down here and it's just not working. I'm sorry. The leverless.
No, that's a hitbox.
Okay, great, thanks.
Notice he had the flex. He said Victrix.
Long story short, no.
I haven't had time. I was like, what do you mean?
I haven't given it a shot. I was also playing the Clear Obscure, as you saw, but
we know why you didn't have time.
But at the same time, I had dogs to take care of, so I didn't get to. I was sort of just waiting until maybe it goes online, which they delayed ranked. They just tweeted out just now. Good. They delayed ranked for about an hour, but casual will be open when it's ready.
I think they should just delay it until tomorrow.
Yeah,
there was some sort of bugs they were fixing.
Give it a night of just good old constant tech grinding.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm seeing literally a Juggernaut or a sidekick Caitlyn combo on the side here on Twitter. If you whip blitz, that looks ridiculous. Already one touching people. This character's gonna be wild. But we'll find out what Static's impressions are gonna be from Caitlyn. Probably next week when you actually get some time in with her. But overall, we'll make sure he tells us what he thinks, even if it's a quick segment. But I think overall, like I said, she's going to be interesting. A new character, is always a plus in a tag game. You won't hear me, complain about it. I don't think you'll hear anybody complain about it, especially when we're talking about all the content and the way they had shown it all off during that season 1 trailer, which we're going to get into right after this break because we got patch notes, we've got content to talk about and the direction they're already taking it and what we feel Riot is doing well and what they aren't. But we'll do that once we're back from this break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, so we got our Caitlyn impressions down, but man, like I said, Riot did not let up on the announcement of it, or rather not the announcement, but the announcement of the season 1, right, of the actual content that came out. Like in usual, like at any time, when new content is showing up, I will tell you whether or not I knew it was coming or if I had seen it before. You just got to look at my eyes when I blink. I will tell you, it'll tell you everything. Okay. So if you're listening to this, you have to watch the video so you can actually see my eyes to tell you if I knew or if there's other things coming out. I blink very specifically here. I talk to HR and Riot all the time about this. They hate it, but hey, it's my eyes.
You're gonna be careful. Somebody's gonna Photoshop your glasses off of you, and they're like, he's blinking. We got him.
Because anyone that actually knows me knows they're that's fake because they've never seen me without my glasses on. Straight up. I think it's actually even on my work ID, my actual official ID is in my photo. I still have my glasses on. It doesn't change.
They're like, would you like to see Crash Tag VS? They won't even say VS. They'll say verse. Without glasses? Oh my, he's blinking. AI sucks, bro. It's good in some places, but it sucks. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're gonna talk about it.
SNK.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So yeah, you guys peep the trailer. Dude, a lot of stuff's coming. How do you guys feel about it? On the content, so we ended up with arcade skins to show off. We ended up with, of course, they were showing off some more Caitlyn, but the arcade skins themselves, the battle pass, the skins that were coming with it, the avatar cosmetics as well, on top of the B, the B skin line. BMO is a thing. the Heart Seeker. I think Heart Seeker is it?
series.
Yeah, Heart Seeker, and all. Like, what you guys feel about that?
All right, I'll go first. I'm really sure.
Go for it.
I don't care because I won't be paying for it.
I knew that was coming. Yeah.
Fair enough.
However,
do you like the idea that you can just get Caitlyn without paying for her? You can just.
Oh, you can? See, I didn't notice that. I didn't.
Are you gonna play Caitlyn?
I saved my 12,000 coins for Caitlyn. I didn't know that. Maybe I just
yes. So you're able to get any of the champions by doing their events. I think it says it'll take you like a week to do it though.
Damn.
So the idea is, hey, free game. You know, you don't have to spend money in order to get the characters. Obviously, you can play the character offline. It doesn't matter, right? You can just be like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my grind on. But if you want to unlock them to actually take them online, it takes you a week to do it. So that is available.
I wonder what local or what console is gonna do for characters. You know, local tournaments, things like that. I'm sure that's gonna be unlocked in versus, right?
Well, no, yeah. If you just do it offline, it unlocks everything.
Okay.
All the content's released.
I didn't know if it was like PC or not. You know.
No.
I'm not a tournament organizer.
Like on PC, you do the offline server version, so you don't have to sign in. And on console, it's like if it doesn't get an internet connection, you're just relegated to just versus and training. You can't go online, obviously. You can't do any of that stuff.
Not even arcade mode. How does a game not have arcade? I'm kidding.
Survival. Where's survival?
It just writes itself. Arcade. Like, duh.
Yeah. I would like them to add a survival mode. I think that'd be pretty fun. Kind of like Guilty Gear did when they had the gold characters, where they had like unlimited super and stuff like that. That was cool. That was fun.
Well, you're talking about the. I don't think that was survivor mode. I think that was missions in Guilty Gear. And maybe it was survivor.
No, it was survivor.
Survivor every like 50, right?
Every 50.
Yeah. But that would be 10, cool in this. But like even Guilty Gear had a good arcade mode with Nagaryuki boss mode.
That is true. Maybe that. I mean, they're gonna obviously continue adding content. Yeah, exactly. Over time, they just want to get the game loop down and the characters down pat. One thing I do want to also just give a quick heads up is that one of my favorites was the Frame Perfect skin line, which is like the first original skin line for the game, and it is they did it right by going the route. And we talked about this several episodes ago, where when companies like use things like the costumes or the DLC or some of these cosmetics to help fund the competitive circuit, right? So a portion of the proceeds for anyone that purchases these skins, the Frame Perfect skins, will go to tournaments, basically, like whatever is, I guess, in their first impact or their the actual 2XKO circuit tournaments that end up there. They're gonna get a portion of it, which is like dope. We've seen this before with Street Fighter, with KI. I remember they were one of the earliest ones I could think of that did that, where they did like the Shadow Jago skin was like funding the KI finals, and I think it was like 50K plus it made off of that alone. Which
did Mortal Kombat ever do that?
MK, I think did too.
Right?
I think, it caught on in a lot of different games, but like it's funny, like I just don't see it as often. Street Fighter 6, good luck. Like at this point, they
had it right in Street Fighter 5.
The amount of avatar skins y'all like put out versus actual content skins for characters like is wild. So I don't know if they could just do it, but I think this was definitely a good route to go. And then once again, the trailer then just goes off and talks about a bunch of other content that's being added, and as well as some quality of life things that are also coming to the patch. Most notably, things like being able to queue up for ranked while in training.
Bro,
like, thank you. Like, I needed that.
Yeah.
I didn't even say if I like the skins. That's crazy.
Wait, what happened?
You didn't ask Meza about the skins.
My bad. I mean, I know the Frame Perfect is right up your alley. I know you don't like Echo, but I know you would rock the
It
Ari.
sucks because I like his skin. I like his skin.
Yeah, it's very your style. It's your stilo for sure.
It sucks because like I know deep down inside I'm eventually gonna play everybody, so I don't mind getting skins for everybody. Like I did it for League, but I have his Arcane skin. And for those who didn't know this, if you would have bought the Arcane pack, I know it's kind of expensive. It's like $40-50 or so. If you would have bought that also gives you all the characters that come out. So like, I don't have to worry about buying Caitlyn. I already have Caitlyn. So yeah, I use one of my things.
depending on is it the I don't think it's the pass, but I think I think it's like one of those.
No, it's not the battle pass, but when you buy the arcane, it gives you the tokens to get
like the ultimate version, or not that special pack. Like it'll refund you some. So there is like money that does technically like you aren't actually spending on. You're just getting it.
Like I got the
KO
first
coins and shit.
I got all the first characters, and then I'll get the next 4 characters, including Caitlyn. But no, I like to start the Heartseeker skins. I think those to me are really nice skins. Plus, it gives Jinx a skin, which I'm really excited about. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's kind of effed up because Jinx isn't in the game, and he has a Heartseeker skin, and where is he at?
Who knows?
So hopefully he'll come.
Look at my eyes real quick. Okay, go on.
But yeah, no, I like where they're going with the skins. I think this has kind of always been a selling point, whether it's been like Valorant, League of Legends, or whatnot. They need to keep sticking to that. I would love to see some crossover skins, like from Valorant, maybe come over, like Jet as like I don't know, Vi as Jet or something like that, or Akali that comes out. That's
been a long-standing like theory that will eventually happen. Because they even asked like the product lead for Valorant, like, hey, Valorant in 2X, and she's like, well, we're not against it.
Yeah,
and the title, and once again for us, our theory is they titled it this way as well because it's not like Let Runeterra Rumble, League Fighter, right? That keeps it just in that IP. It could be anything that Riot has now and in the future. So it's like, cool, leave that door open. Valorant makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
I've gone around and asked people. I was like, hey, would Yoru, could Chamber, could Breach, could Jet, could Viper, could you see them being in a fighting game? 9 times out of 10, I usually hear, yeah.
Most of them have hand-to-hand combat experience.
They all have abilities and like shit that makes a kit that they could be, and like some of them are kind of that archetype. Like Jet could be this very fast, maybe aerial-ish Ari kind of thing going on, right? Where she could maybe air dash a couple times. Got knives, kunais, the Ibuki of the game or something, right? Like
I
give
would
Akali run for her money if she's ever added into it.
I would like if I don't know if they'll ever do this, but this is something I like that Valorant does. League doesn't do this really as much as they used to, but Valorant does this tremendously. They have a full story, and it seems like we do have a story here that we can utilize. I would like to see them start making these like kind of cinematic movie like shorts, where Valorant does it very well to introduce a new season or to introduce new characters. I would love to see that for this because that makes it so much more exciting, and it also gives us a reason to look at more and possibly even go look at League, right? It may not be the same.
Yeah,
it could be a different category, which I'm totally fine with. But like, hey, they got shifted from the Rift to now they're in this other place, right? So it's like I think that would be super dope as I'll say a 2X KO fan. So.
Yeah, I got you. That would be dope. We'll see. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't. We've seen it in the past with games like MK that like a good cinematic story or a single player adventure does work. Like you can make it work. If you write it correctly, it could just exist and it'd be cool. Like go for it. They've done it for years. Ever since they've kind of struck gold at MK9, they could definitely do something like that here. Because League is like very malleable, right? Like I mean, sure, there's supposed to be a canon, right? Arcane is supposed to then make it canon in certain ways, and what is it? League. What the hell? The League universe is? I forget what it's called. Like the current state of it.
I'll always say when you can retcon a character, overcase that. When you can, the game basically just hit over his head.
Yeah, that boy don't know. You don't know about that Runeterra like lore.
I know a little Runeterra. You showed me.
I'll say if you can retcon characters in any story, that means you have some, right? And people want it or don't mind it.
And it'd be dope because you could also do things like maybe tease characters. Like imagine if they did like seasonal cinematics or seasonal arcade stories that could potentially tease further content.
That can even be for new characters that they have coming for League. That might also translate to over here.
Yeah, so absolutely. Now you got crossover, right?
Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be the most flexible game that we'll see for fighting games for a while, where anything's possible. It's a free-to-play game, so it's always going to be updated. I just wonder if the budget, right? That's where it comes down to. But besides that, I just think that it's just the budget, whether they're given enough. But yeah, I like the direction of the game.
All right, so just to finish off the direction, we had those patch notes. We're gonna not go through everything, obviously, because there's quite a bit of things, but we'll go over some of the ones that maybe struck out to us that were like, oh yes, I like that. Especially, being biased, it could be about your main. Sure, go for it. But some of the great check marks have been made for the console gamer, right? Crossplay is enabled. Everybody's playing. I still think it's crazy we're not on the Switch. I think this game could actually do very well on the Switch. I don't know if that's something in the plans for the future for Riot, but that would actually be pretty dope because you do already have Xbox, PlayStation, now PC. Switch could just be the last one, but I know Nintendo can sometimes be a bit hectic to work with. So let's jump into some of these things. For one, I'll just give you my top 3 that I really enjoyed. Number 1, the way projectiles now disappear under certain conditions. This is a staple in a lot of other games. Most notably, I usually go to Marvel 3 as a good bar for me because it just was an incredible tag game and it's still played now. Check out Static Gorilla every Friday, who's always playing. Shout outs to Temple Never Sleeps. But in that game, right, if your assist, I'll go to the assist, but if like a projectile is supposed to come out from like an assist, but that assist gets hit, usually that projectile gets like knocked away, right? Like if you hit Dorm when it's doing Dark Hole, it goes away. There are some that isn't, right? There are just there are some. Yes, there are some.
It
absolutely
stops the rest of the missiles coming out.
But Sentinel is another example, right? Drones could be anywhere on the screen. If Sentinel gets smacked, drones are gone, right? But this one is more, has set things more towards that rule of like it gets smacked, it goes away, which I'm stoked for. My second most favorite one is hitting an assist. Now causes a 4-second cooldown. The amount of times that I've seen bad assist calls, and they're full screen and their assist is like in front of me and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth for coming out, right? I don't get anything outside of obviously them taking a little bit of health, right? Me taking a chunk. But I felt like that was never enough. I'm like, man, they could just do it. I'm not punishing them enough unless I run a super, but then I put myself in a situation, right? That if they block, I get punished for it. Now, you hit an assist, it causes a 4-second cooldown. So basically you're extending that cooldown as you should. I think that is for how often we get to call the assist and what they can do. I think it was a fair change for me. I'm a fan.
I'm not,
but I also don't call assists recklessly. So
you're not a fan of that.
That's the thing. So I'm not a fan because I think it's going to be too long. It'll change the tempo of the game. We might even have more timeouts.
If it's too long, they can always go down to 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was thinking 3 seconds.
So maybe they're gonna go a little further out here and go like, okay, we're doubling it, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe not double, but maybe 150% of the weight now is what you need.
I just think of whenever I think of assist calls and timing, I think of MK Mortal Kombat 1, the latest one, and those assists they took forever, but they were always changing each character's assist, and it took long, and it dropped it
wasn't it like 8 seconds? Wasn't it like 8 seconds though? Somewhere around that time.
It just depends on what assist you're using. Like if you use Goro, it was like he's not coming back for like 30 seconds.
Well, it's because remember you had to fill up your bar, right? Some assists were like a full, the other assists was like half. It depended
on what you did, right?
Depended on
some assists were a full bar.
Yeah, remember they changed like Cyrex's like helicopter from half to full because they're like, yo, you are just getting 2 of these calls per interaction, and it was just like,
because Serena had
luck.
Yeah, Serena had that when she threw the daggers.
So assists now kind of getting a bit of a punishment for you. Actually calling them out on a bad assist call is, I think, a great move. At a lower levels, doesn't matter. It's like, oh, you get hit, you don't, whatever. But at a higher level, when you're like really looking out for this, like it's very powerful. So being able to punish a bit more, or at least have more of a window to approach, or more of a window to actually be able to have an advantage on your opponent for having a bad assist call is a win in my book. I think the last one, I will say, these are all kind of like universal changes that I'm really liking.
I mean, they're really good though.
they were good. They really did a good job. I think. Oh, sorry. And the last one. This one is dead champions, actually going away. I think I talked about this. It was in a previous, somewhat talk about. They were all somewhat talked about in a previous light patch notes, but this was just it was just correct for me. It just made a lot of sense. So your character that is dead, no longer dead bodying you in situations, right, where there's collision and it's causing you from being able to punish or something. The amount of times it's happened in a match, to me, it's it is just fairly annoying. And I haven't seen interactions like that in quite a long time, where dead body became a factor in this. We're talking as far back as Marvel 2 days, where even dead bodying a character all the way to the end after a KO just so you can get the corner guaranteed on the incoming mix up. And meter, yeah, it's I can't think of any other game really that has done that. So, or at least to this level of interaction or interference in an actual match. But those are my top 3. You guys give me 2 or 3. Which you like the most about the patch?
I know for me, hands down, I like everything about this patch. I'm not particularly oh, I hate this, I hate that. I think my number one thing is I love the fact that we can now do training room and while waiting for ranked. I hate just standing there doing nothing. My hands get cold, can't do anything. So that is really nice to just be able to kind of mess around, maybe practice how Street Fighter 6 does, Tekken. All these games allow you to do that while you're waiting. So this is really nice, a nice change. I would probably say outside of that, I do it's going to be weird coming from me because I use characters that I use Jinx. I like that the projectile's going away on interaction. If you hit the assist for character or whatnot, I think that's necessary. I think it's fair because there's so much crap that we get away with, but it doesn't affect my supers. So it seems like some supers won't be affected by it, some will. I think that's a positive, and I think I overall this is gonna sound funny. I think I like Darius's change the most out of everything.
Really?
Because I think that he was very predictable and it made him almost linear. So when people want to do the pull-in, for those that don't know, his pull-in now, instead of him just doing the pull-in and you can kind of reactively, once you see that happening, you just parry it and he's kind of stuck and he gets completely blown up for it. He now can charge it. So you kind of have to make a really strong, yes, I'll say that. It's strong standing Oki and neutral on block. So the thing for me is I like that because it shows that they're looking at characters, even though they were strong, they weren't dominating and they were kind of still a little bit lower on the list. I didn't feel that, but it wasn't so critical that it changed how he played, right? It only just added to his system, which made him a little bit better. And they even fixed his fireball too, so you can do it right after again because it was kind of dog shit. Not I said it, dog shit. So
fun piece as a fun piece.
I definitely like his changes though, but that shows also that they changed characters like Braum and everybody else. I like that they're willing to mix it up. Will we say they did the right changes for everybody? Yasuo is still top 2.
It's top 0.
Yeah, you're right. Top 1.
Top 0 or top Virgil? Oh snap!
He's top Virgal over here.
What about you? Unmotivated.
What about you, Static? Anything besides any of the Yasuo tweaks? I'm assuming the buffs. Is there anything else that you liked about the patch right now that you've seen?
Honestly, I think they just need to. Nothing that's standing out. I just want them to work on optimization for the game. That's really it.
That's gonna be an ongoing.
Outside of that, I really don't have any complaints with this patch. And granted, it's only been out for a few minutes to an hour, not
24 minutes.
But
what about you, Static?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, nothing really has changed from what was explained last week. So we're pretty much getting what was said by, was it Yohosi? Is it?
Yeah.
We got a lot more things.
Well, I mean, bug fixes and tweaks and different things like that, things that weren't explained. But the major issues, and you said besides Yasuo, I mean, yeah, there's not major changes. I was trying, the one thing when I was looking at the patch notes was looking for that, what is that forward S1 change, which is the Rekka, which you can do into other stances, which is pretty cool. I think that could also be a little kind of dumb, but whatever. I already explained last week what I thought the nerf should have been. which is maybe an overhead sort of a move in the air that can be overhead, or even Meza, we were talking about this before, it was the S1, the charge S1, anything that can sort of is blocked from Yasuo should not just be able to go into stance immediately.
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to go into stance for everything almost.
It's just there's things that it's not, because I would understand a trade-off if it was hard to do, but it's not. It's really simple to go from one thing to another. And I think that's where the game is lacking, where it's like there are things that people just can throw out there and not necessarily they're feeling safe, but it's kind of hard to punish. Therefore, there's a lot of situations where things are hard to punish because of either distance or pushback or character size, or even, well, I think the 7-frame jab is a good change. It puts on an even playing field of either practicing meaties or practicing where to jab check somebody, or those,
or even having the ability
jabs
to jab check in some of those characters that ended up with that buff, right?
Right.
I think
because Warwick was, I think, 8, and
Warwick,
really
Braum,
stubby normals.
Alawi, kind of tough to deal with some of the faster guys.
I will throw out something there for you. I think it's a great change, but I also think it was a fucking. Now we're gonna get to why I actually think it was stupid, because they didn't adjust. Yeah, the anger is now. Now the anger is here. You guys wanted it. It's here. Okay, I'm okay with them having that. Why are we not changing people who have 6-frame jabs to still be plus? Yeah, when
like who has plus again?
Echo.
Like Yasuo, I know. Does Echo?
Yeah, Ari's is 0.
I know Yasuo. Okay.
Echo's is +2.
No.
+1, +2. I'll go double check.
Needs it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from the last time we checked last season. It was
no
+1,
shot.
+2. Yep. That's why he was able to do. That's why he was able to do jab, dash, jab,
He's getting the stick
dash,
ready.
jab.
Yep.
Dog, his standing jab is -1.
It must have changed because it wasn't before. He was plus.
No, I honestly think Yasuo was the only one that had a plus.
It was Echo.
Well,
That's why Echo
Yasuo
could
has
jab you.
a Gatling in his jabs. He has 2 punches in his jab.
Wait, why is this show? Okay, I might be looking at the wrong data, because now his is showing -1, but I'm like 99% sure
It could have been a secret
his
adjustment.
was
Remember,
+1.
I just don't like. I just don't like the
But
idea of characters having that.
I doubt the site had it updated that quickly. I mean, maybe you could be right. There could be some people really on the grind right now.
Yeah, which is good.
Tweaks like that definitely need to get kind of changed up there. Damn, that is crazy. -1 only. -1 makes sense, but a plus, like, I remember like reading up Yasuo. I was like, okay, that explains.
Yeah,
a
he's
lot.
-1 now.
Because his tick throw game was kind of like gross. On top of everything else, it's like, jab into what? Into everything.
I just have a quick gripe. So I actually enjoyed playing Ari in the first beta, because not maybe because she had the easiest B&B that everybody could do.
It was cool as fuck though.
It was. And it was a good time because we could play like Marvel, but we could also play like Guilty Gear and fly around the screen and throw fireballs and things. And I never liked her changes that they gave her in season 0, since we played it at Evo. Like, I was like, I don't like this at all. Like, I don't like her changes. And then
I do remember that.
I tried to play her when the game came out, and I was just like, it just didn't translate well. And now seeing the nerfs that they gave her, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't pick her up, because I just feel like the changes, you always have to change your B&B with her, especially with people talking about how now you can't do the double air dashes basically after a fireball. It's just so many like muscle memory changes, whereas Yasuo's combos are just like, we're the same.
They're the same. You just got more options.
Yeah, we're the same.
We are the same. It don't matter.
Same. It's the same picture. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Just wanted to get that.
Tell me the difference
in there.
between these two pictures. It's the same picture.
It's the same picture.
So like I said, we've been talking about it. That is because there's been so much content. The patch has now gone live by the time we're going through this recording right now. So people have definitely hitting online. They're hitting the casual lobbies. They're getting in. They're turning on their consoles. They've already pre-downloaded the game, and I feel those lobbies are gonna be a bit more packed. We'll have to take a peek at that. But before we move on to our next topic, before we go on to break, actually we're gonna have to end up going on break. But I have a question for y'all. So we did a poll last week, actually. If you are excited for Caitlyn we had two choices. It was absolutely or put the zoner in the bag. That means a no. We had 78%. Absolutely. People were hyped, even though Caitlyn is a zoner, and there was all this hoopla about like, oh my god, another zoner. We had Teemo already, and we've got Jinx. Why another zoner? I think they did her pretty good justice. She's got, she's gonna have a fair mix of things. Just from initial impressions, like, yes, she might be able to be good in full screen, but I don't think that's where she's going to really shine 100%. But we'll just have to see how that turns out. Before we go on break, I do have the following poll for this week that I want to ask you guys, because you're going to be jumping in. It's 2026, whether you're jumping on 2X when it's first coming out, or you're playing around and checking out other games. What part of fighting games is the hardest to learn? Is it the neutral? Is it the execution? Is it matchups even, right? When you have to kind of figure out like what works good against some characters, or is it just the mental game, the mental stack, actually doing the dance with your opponent? Let us know. We're going to be posting up this poll on our Discord as well. We're putting up on Twitter and on YouTube. We want to hear from you guys. This is the best time, ever to answer it, because maybe you are picking up 2X for the first time, or maybe you're picking up Caitlyn for the first time. You kind of go through a lot of these steps naturally when going into something new in fighting games. So let us know about that. Like I said, we'll have that posted up. We'll be right back after the break. We're going to talk about some City of the Wolves and some possible rivals of some Aether 2 stuff afterwards. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, our 2XKO portion, sponsored portion of this podcast is now just out of here. Let's jump onto some other games. City of the Wolves Season 2 has been announced, and not only did we get an announcement, but we got a whole lot of controversy that came out behind it with it. But let's just take a peek, because actually the new characters start, I believe, tomorrow. Actually,
yeah. 22nd. I thought it was 22nd.
22nd, right? Oh, I say tomorrow. Oh, it's the 21st for me, guys. I'm kind of ahead.
Hey, some people got early access.
I did see that. Some people were playing Jaehoon already, doing stuff.
Oh, I did not notice. I did not notice that.
This is not a problem. I mean, Desk get everything really early.
It's okay. He doesn't.
Not everything.
He doesn't tournament. Okay.
It's all good. So yeah, Jaehoon is going to be the first character coming out on the 22nd. We've already seen it. Jaehoon's like he's one of
original.
He's one of. Oh, is he an original character?
Yeah, he was an original.
No, it's his fighting style. It's his fighting style. It's the same as, or he's Kim's like protege or something, or is his son? Okay, I was close. That's what I was gonna go. I was gonna say he's somebody's kid. Like I was like, it's got to be Kim, right? Like, because it's one of two.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Because we've had the other one.
Yeah, we already have the other one.
This is the one that we haven't actually had actually been in any kind of playable game. Okay. Still, I'm a pretty low novice wolf when it comes to my lore of Fatal Fury sometimes. But he is the first character to be coming out. It's gonna be happening to 22nd. I keep wanting to say tomorrow, but yeah, technically 22nd, 12 a.m. PST time. But he's not the only character that got announced with it. We did get some other fan favorites as well. Nightmare Geese has been added. He's gonna be coming up after him in February, just in time for Valentine's Day, to just break hearts. And then March, we have Blue Mary. Hey, she looks cool. We did get to see some glimpses of the characters, like in the trailer itself. But Blue Mary, we got to see like her as well. And then we've got Wolfgang Krauser. I don't know who Wolfgang Krauser is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like he looks familiar, but I'm not aware as to who he is.
I've seen the movies, but I also forgot, so that's fine.
If I'm correct, he's original Fatal Fury
Okay, never mind.
He was the Fatal Fury 2. Fatal Fury 2 movie, the second movie boss, I believe. I might be wrong.
He was the Fatal Fury 2 main antagonist.
Yeah. There you go.
And actually, looking at his original artwork now rings a bell. Like there's a big difference between between like the redesign and now. I do recognize the actual artwork, so I do recognize the character. I didn't know it was actually him. But yeah, he was also in the Real Bout Special OVA as well. So yeah, he's the follow-up character, but we only got 3 out of the 5. This is going to be going on over the past, 4 out of the 6. This is going to be going on for the 6 months. Every month we're going to be getting a new character. C2X, that's how you do it. Anyway, we don't know the remaining May or June ones, but we have a pretty solid cast in the beginning. I mean,
well, we know one of those
secret
characters should be Kenshiro. because we did get that.
Oh, thank you. Actually, yeah. Well, you know what?
But we don't know actually, right?
I have a feeling that Kenshiro is just gonna be this bonus character, because I find it strange that they would announce the trailer but then not put him on the graphic.
Do you think
so as well?
Do you think he's just gonna come with the first character?
I think they're gonna just like drop him somewhere just for the hell of it. Like, just be like, maybe between Nightmare Geese and Blue Mary or something. I'll be like, oh, also Kenshiro, and be like, cool.
Little weird. I think they should just.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't think so.
You think he's one of the mystery characters?
Here's why. Because they showed the dates that they're coming out. That is the. Let me see. Evo Japan is the first weekend of May, so it's definitely May character. So I'm thinking we see a trailer, Evo Japan. We'll get the character around Combo Breaker. We'll get the character. And
good call out.
That makes sense because HNK is one of the titles for Evo.
Right.
Yeah.
So
okay. Then you know what? Then what makes it weird is why show that other cheeser then?
I don't know.
Why not have held that off like before Evo Japan? Hype it up and be like, yo, what the hell was that? And then Evo Japan actually shows it.
Because they have the biggest roller coaster in the world.
No. Let's just say what it really is.
Because it's Riyadh season, dude.
Let's just say what it really is. We can't predict what they're gonna do because come on, dude, they're using AI in their fucking video. Okay, so
what a segue.
There's no.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Right. What a segue, bro.
No, listen. All right, are we talking about it now? Are we going into this?
Yeah, might as well. You opened the can.
Here's my thing. Remember how I've been saying like the owners are very into what was peak, and they feel like this is peak. So when it peaks, they sort of want, how do I say, yo, look at how this was made. Looks kind of cool, right? Why don't we just add it in there?
Nightmare.
Mind you, at the same time they have like plenty of money.
That is very true. So
I mean, my issue is the cut corners of it, and then actually using it in a promotional value. I don't necessarily think it's hurting anyone of it. I'm just saying the corner cutting when you could actually maybe even use the artwork that was really cool that you use for the intros and different things. Yeah. But again, it's still just promotion. So I mean, that's cool and all. But it got us focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah,
I got the community focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right, look, like I've made it clear. I'm a fan of AI to aid the creative process, to be a tool. Like, it's not meant to be a replacement for a person. Like, I don't, like, that's a whole other argument. But me, in terms of the creative process, like, I dig it. I want to also be upfront. Sometimes, the studio might want one direction. They might not have a choice, right? Because marketing and also who they're owned by, they can kind of call the shot as to what direction they're going with certain things. But also, I'll dive it even further. Sometimes it's not even like they might not even be aware.
Right.
Like, that actually happened with Riot last year with, I think it was like a League of Wild Rift. Like, there was like a promo for Wild Rift that was like all AI. People flipped out. Like, when I cannot believe Riot did this and that. But come to find out, like, the marketing firm, because this was in China specifically, the marketing firm that did that, like Riot themselves just were not even aware they were gonna push that, and they did. So it was like, sometimes it's like so many layers deep that they might not be aware. But on the other side too, man, they aged my boy Terry like 30 years.
My thing
it's Krauser's face on it. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I just hate that it was so obvious. Like, it was from the first frame. I was like, oh, we're going there. Got it. All right, cool. Let's see if it looks good. No, you know what?
I said, what the fuck is happening?
It was when they showed the Kim's face and up there and I was like, why is he smiling? That's fake.
Yeah. The Kim, even the stance like got me in the beginning with Kim, and I was just like, that doesn't look something's off here already.
But
and then they showed the face, and I was kind of like,
So I actually originally thought it was real people, and I was like, okay, this is a little weird. And then I saw geese, and I was nightmare geese, and I was like, the fuck did they use AI for, bro? This is so like. So here's the thing, I think it's bad because of the way it was brought into the situation. They already did trailers that were really nice, like they did the Fatal Fury, like Terry Krauser type thing, and people were like really excited for more City of the Wolves because of that. And then they switched and went to AI, regardless whether it was miscommunication or not. I'll say we don't know how big AI is over in, let's say, China, right? They might be using it a lot to the point where it's something that they suit. We know over here in the US, it's really bad. NA hates AI to some extent, right? So I don't know if that marketing. There's a lot more, but I'm saying like primarily where we live, AI is not very. Most people are not very fun. I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's an interesting topic, but like not to dive increasingly more. But all I gotta say to end this is, AI may be bad, but damn, they made Blue Mary look bad.
They did.
Bad. I mean, bad ass. God damn. Like, all right, sorry, I just had to put that out
and
there.
The bike that
I just saw the still frame. I was like, shit.
There was just a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems in it. I think if they would have gotten
That's okay. I can fix her. Sorry, what are we talking about?
I think if they would have at least gotten somebody to like edit and check over the AI.
Yeah, somebody did that actually.
They could have cleaned it up. It could have been better.
Somebody did a fan edit of it, and like, you know, it was good. Like, that is true. Yeah. Like there's I think there was opportunities here. I'm not sure what, you know, but it is what it is. Like I said, sometimes it's a company thing. You know, they might not even. We don't know the full story. They might not even have made that decision.
It's free DLC, right?
And it's free DLC.
So never mind. Why does it matter? I think it's free DLC. I
don't know. I mean, the Donghuan. The Kim trailer came out. The Kim trailer just came out today. I don't know if it said anymore. Jaehoon, excuse me.
Yeah.
Donghuan.
From Jaehoon.
I love that guy.
See anything?
I'm just saying.
Donghuan, what?
I'm just saying if it's free.
Listen, here's my take on everybody saying, "Yo, I'm so hyped for that." Where were you at Evo when all those DQs were going down? Where were y'all at City of the Wolves in Puerto Rico when
they were
only
gambling.
like 17 players showed up? Like, I'm just saying, everybody's always like, "Oh, this guy has this opinion about," some dude on Twitter. I made an opinion about the game and how like maybe the misspelling might be wrong. But like every time I sort of make an opinion about this game, I was in a Max Minion chat where I said, "Hell yeah, the City of the Wolves feels like the kid in the bottom of the pool that's being ignored, like the skeleton in the bottom of the pool."
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, but it's getting a patch coming up, man. It's getting a patch coming up in January. It's gonna be so tight." And I'm like, you guys aren't even playing the game. Like, I go online and there's barely anyone there. I'm finding the same person. It's almost a Discord game. And now, okay, granted, I might be dooming and glooming. Maybe people will come back on the 22nd. But as soon as something is not very fair, you're gonna doom and gloom the game and just walk away. Like,
I could solve it for you real quick. Ready?
No, people are not gonna play the game after a month or two.
No,
they're gonna register for Evo yet again and not show up.
But they're gonna have to be able to go to Evo this year because they didn't go to First Impact because we know Evo was gonna cost us like $2,000.
Okay, they're gonna show up at combo breaker, and the same thing's gonna happen.
All I'm saying is they have a chance to do better, right? And I think they're going in the right direction. I think they're going in the right direction for the game itself. It's just promotion's a little
pre-promotion footage. We saw that you can now roll out of EX moves, which is good. You're not going to be hard knocked down off of that. Which I said it was kind of whack because you take out the sort of like the Oki idea of the game, which maybe there's supers that can do a hard knockdown. I don't know.
I thought supers did do hard knockdowns.
But then again, it takes away some of the offensive mechanics. I don't know. It's just
the game might be changing for a different direction. We don't know yet. I think when you guys get the patch notes,
I'm also ranting I'm ranting before the game even has had its patch notes. So
Yeah,
But-
we'll just have to see how it actually turns out.
Yeah, I'll
but
probably
yeah.
I'll stream on Friday and rant more. So
There you go. Not to take it away. We just wanted to talk about the AI thing. So I thought that shit was hilarious.
I was
But
like, why?
but just don't buy into the hype too much. There's probably a reason for it. People might not have known, might not have been the decision. At the end of the day, choose to support your game. If you like it, you like it. Go play it. Like
I own it.
there should be no more discussion past that, right?
I own it. I can't return it.
Don't worry about the loud few out there that'll just raise hell for.
Dude, I bought Bleach. All right,
Bad reasons.
nobody should complain. Go buy the game. It'll be fun.
You did buy Bleach. Yeah. I was gonna say, you want to talk about it? No. Okay.
Are we gonna buy one?
Let's talk about
too?
Let's talk about this. And speaking of support, Rivals of Aether 2 made a really dope announcement last week, where they, it's been, Rivals of Aether 2 has been around for quite some time now. I think it's definitely been a couple.
I mean, if
well,
you
not a
think
couple. I think it
about
came
it-
out like at least 2 years ago or something like that, right? Like
I thought it was way
2024.
more. Dude, it feels so much longer, but that's because Rivals of Aether has been doing so well just in general. Like the first one.
Yeah.
And they
so
rolled it. They
Rivals of-
rolled it so fast.
Yeah, and Rivals of Aether 2, just improved on a lot of things. But then this announcement came out where they came out with a workshop beta. So the official release, anyway. I guess this was maybe something that was happening beforehand, where you can play a new example character, Armando, or get started on your own today. In other words, you can actually create your own characters. They're opening up like the ability with like Steam Workshop to kind of I believe you're able to QA it within the workshop, or like there's even like voting that can be done by the community for it. This happens in other things in other games, like most famously like CS:GO, right, where people design skins and they get voted on. Sometimes they actually make it in. Workshop people will get money and stuff from it. Like CS is like a whole other different ecosystem compared to this, but you're actually able to go ahead and program and get a character in, which is dope. I'm a fan of it. I wanted to bring it up because I like that kind of direction. I know it's very difficult in other kind of like other games, like your 2X Heroes or your IP driven kind of games, right? But like when it's games like this that are, original, that can actually go ahead and kind of open the floodgates to its community, especially, people that really do like enjoy the game, because Rivals of Aether does like really, really well. Last I checked, they do pretty well in terms of like their player count. Just checking the charts real quick. Yeah, you look at a little over 1,000 or so people playing right now.
last year's at CEO, they had their own little corner.
I was gonna say they're definitely making their mark in many other fields when it comes to fighting games. So I just thought it was really dope. I wanted to kind of, we like ourselves some mods here, right? We do community mods all the freaking time. This, to me, in my eyes, feels nothing more than just a very much more supported and officially sanctioned mod from the creators to allow you to just add characters in it. I haven't had a chance to check out the workshops yet because, like I said, by the time this announced was in beta, I don't know if this has like officially come out since, because it was more of an announcement. But when it does, I'm going to be checking out the workshop itself because I want to see what people are making. I thought it was really, really dope. I'm a fan once again, because like, we've said it plenty of times before in the show, but like a lot of like the norms or the things that we're used to today in some of these games, or even just some of the games that exist today, started off as mods, started off as like community efforts, community driven ideas, or from single members that just then it caught on and became its own thing. You gotta respect it because that could always happen, right? Like as much as these developers do put on great ideas and do great things, like when you give the community tools, like you're kind of just opening up this insane vault of creativity that people are just willing to try. Like sure, like maybe a lot of companies, like even Aether Studios, or what I think it's the Aether Studios that develops for Rivals. Yes. They might want to do a bunch of this cool stuff, but hey, there's a business case for it. There's money, that needs to be involved in it, right?
Team, maybe.
Time and investment. Small team, right? You already have a product you have to support on a different level. While as maybe you have someone that's just out there that has the free time. Maybe it takes them a year. Maybe it takes them 2 years. But then they come out with something very unique that now is part of the identity of your game, or has been like, brought on by the community and supported by. Like, that's special. That is something really, really special. So I thought this workshop was just like awesome. I would love to see this more. I feel like this could be something in the future for fighting games. I don't know about necessarily making characters, but like I don't know, in 2X, like imagine if there was like a community sanctioned or voted, they could technically do it like voted to go off of it, but like, skins, right? Like maybe unique skins, a skin line in itself, right? We do it already with, we did it with Street Fighter 5, right? That's how we ended up with the Bison jury that beat out that Vega Shadow Loot joint that was like fire. I mean, shout outs to all the artists anyway that did it. They were both incredible pieces, but people ended up voting for it. Now we got it. Now it's a piece of like what, Street Fighter is, right? What says we couldn't do that with more games now?
I like this because this kind of feels like a little bit of an indie thing, indie developers mentality, which is like, hey, we're all about the community. So it's really cool to see. I personally want to see where they go with accumulating all this information. If they're going to take bits and pieces, or are they going to be like, hey guys, this is how we can hold contests to see who makes the best character and then implement it, right? Or maybe this even expands as far as to making stages and all kinds of stuff, because we see this in Roblox, we see this in Fortnite. I think fighting games or just games in general can start expanding a lot of their information, how they connect with their community. I think this is a good way because now they can do a lot more. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I think this is kind of, like I said, the indie dev route a little bit more than a lot of bigger companies. And most bigger companies just do like maybe a drawing contest like how we had for, what was it, KOF 15 or was it 14? I think it was 15, right? With the new character, the girl.
Which one?
It was the one with the girl from, I think she was like, I don't want to say she's from Saudi. She,
yeah, for KOF.
Yeah. So like, I think because we've kind of lost that essence connecting to the community, I think this is a really good approach, and I hope other games see it. Looking at you, Warner Brothers, making a really cool Dash game that now doesn't exist.
It's going to be called Netflix, which bought it.
That died twice. All right.
Would it just be a Netflix fighter at that point?
It died twice, but won Best Fighting Game of the Year.
Almost won that twice. That would have still been like legendary, just legendary.
So do you think 2XKO gets nominated for that this year?
No, dude,
technically
I think Sifu 2.
It's Sifu 2. Yeah, if Sifu 2 comes out, it's a fucking wrap.
But I played it. It's
Avatar.
Really good.
So wait, let's predict it now. This is our prediction, real quick. Avatar or Bender?
Avatar.
Tokon's not going to be out. It's not going to be out.
Will be out. You don't think Tokan will be out? I don't think it's going to be out. I think Tokan will be out the day before the nominations end. 2XKO. I said 2XKO, Avatar, Tokan,
Invincible.
Oh yeah, Invincible. Right. There's the 5. Yeah.
Or was that my vote's not going to that?
And what's it called? What is it? Helltaker? Hellseeker? What the hell is that other game called?
Rising Thunder?
No,
I'm kidding.
No, is it Helltaker? It's like it's based off of a show. It is Helltaker, right? Helltaker has a fighting game. That was already announced, and I think it's like in the works right now. I mean, it looks dope. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like we're ignoring something really important.
What else?
You know what I would throw in there? If I could choose, I would tell you now because it's a real fucking versus game. Yeah, I said it to all the people who played versus games.
Marvel 5.
Yeah, that's never happening. Scramble Heart City, dude. I gotta say.
I was gonna say Scramble Heart. I would have thrown.
Was that the game that was at ECT last year?
I mean, tough luck.
Actually, 2024, not last year, because
they just started working on this, like, and putting it out more. But all I'm saying is, if people really want a proper versus game, that's the game. They do have, and this is a little shout out to them. February 20th to 22nd, next playtime.
Are they gonna be at Frosty's?
Yeah, they'll be at Frosty's.
There you go. Cool.
I'm in the tournament. I'm gonna get fucking smoked.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
I watched your stream on that. It looked kind of nuts.
Tournament was fun as fuck though. So yeah, I think that it's gonna be a good year for fighting games.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we get a main stage.
With that, we're gonna be closing out this week. Before I actually do close out, I do have one more thing to ask you guys. What's a bad habit you had to unlearn to get better at fighting games? We're all guilty of something. That is the question of the week that we'll be posting up for this week's episode. But before we do go, I want to answer last week's question of the week. I don't want to leave you guys hanging because you guys had some really awesome, you always have some awesome answers. But last week, I asked you guys, because 2026 has just started, we have a whole full year to learn something. Is there something new you're looking to experience in 2026? Darth Wesker hit us up saying, layeth the SmackDown at Evo back at home in Sin City. So I guess it would, 2020, because he was trying to go to Evo World Finals. He actually posted up the actual ticket for it, but then clearly that did not happen due to COVID. EBGBs, I didn't read that name beforehand. EBGB says, my new thing for 26 is moving to hitbox. Sick. I recommend doing, if you're right-handed, if you're right-handed and you're just standard, you're not actually like playing the other way or anything like that. But whatever freaking hand is actually going to do the directional buttons, chances are is like your least dominant hand. Do some hand exercises, bro, because like doing this, like, you might be used to it with a keyboard because your fingers are a little closer, but like hitbox, your fingers tend to be fully extended. It feels weird on the forearms, so like you make sure to do some hand exercises and get used to that when you jump in.
A little tip, really good game to play if you want to like make it fun for yourself. Play Osu Mania or just Osu.
Osu Mania.
I actually played it last night on my hitbox. It made it so much easier to like get more warmed up and stuff. But definitely play it if you want to get a little bit more comfortable.
I'm never switching. I'm sorry. Like, this is so weird. I can't do it.
Well,
I'm left-handed, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
I think, to be honest, like, don't get me wrong, shout out to Victrix and all that, but like, I do not like that layout, like because that's smaller buttons on the left side, right?
Yes, the buttons are tiny.
No, you gotta use like, shout outs to
these are fun.
My guys. What is it? Hout 42, bro. Hold up. I'll bring it right here. I run a Hot 42.
That's the one they had. Evo.
This joint, Hot 42. This is a 30 to 40. I think at the very most, $50 AliExpress special. GPE 2040 CE. Lowest latency chip. All full 30 millimeter sizes right here. Feels fantastic. It's compact. It's simple. It does everything you need. If you need a converter, you literally can just plug it into that USB right there and it'll do it. One wire. All you need comes with it. Bro, best investment I've ever had. I've had two of them, and the first one lasted me 3 to 4 years, and I've still only barely spent $100 doing it. Can't say enough about those.
My buddy Hanoblood had the Corsair one, which looked amazing, and it felt great.
If I was to suggest any hitbox to anybody, whether they're new or not, I personally like the original hitbox. I think the buttons are way too damn small, and everything's too close. That's why I like the Victrix.
Yeah, it's too tiny.
But if you're looking for one that's really, really, really good, because my roommate actually uses it for the time being, he's using mine, get the Kitsune. Get it on sale. Get it cheap. It's
dog, bro. 300?
No. I went to like the mall, like straight up. I went to the mall, and they were putting things on clearance. It was I could get 2 for $100.
How much do you think?
I should have bought it, but
the Victrix is definitely like 300.
I think you spent about.
I think I remember when he got it for free. The Victrix is 300.
Guess how much I got mine for? Even though it should have been that color.
What the fuck? Why do both of y'all got these? What the hell?
Gabe got the white one. Gabe got the white one. I got the purple one. I wanted the white one, but it was sold out. But I did get mine for about less than 200. I think it was 180.
Wow. I'll stick to mine.
He has like a little gamepad.
I joined a little baby. I'm good with mine.
I think about it all the time. I would rather carry the Kitsune because of the sock.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's
pretty
the only thing I like about it.
Why do you think I only use the baby arcade stick I have? Everybody's like, I don't like this one. But Chris G can win his whole tournament at Puerto Rico on this little baby stick. So I don't want to hear that.
Bro.
No. Right, so shout outs to EBGBs. Do those hand warm ups, dog. Sorry for going on that rant. Okay. Kit let us know. I really want to start playing in tournaments more this year. It's been really intimidating, but just going to jump right in and just play some online ones. Learning to get better at Guilty Gear Strive. Nice. And maybe pick up 2XKO. Sweet. That's great. Like, yeah, go online. That's a great way to get started. Plenty of free online tournaments, Discord tournaments, Reddit tournaments. Like, you will find a slew of them just to get warmed up, just to get used to it, because once you make that leap from going online to going to your local, hopefully if there's some nearby, it's going to be a bit of a difference, but you will still feel right at home as long as you know how to lock in, right? Don't worry about where you're at, just lock in. It's all about the game at the end of the day, so you don't get too in your head when you actually play.
So Kit, this is a little suggestion too. Don't play in the like super big tournaments like TNS. That you're gonna not have fun especially because you're going to be waiting. You're going to be like running into a lot of strong players right from the beginning. I think the best you could do is like a small 8-man tournament, 10, 12-man tournament. There's tons of them on StarTech. Just join one. I used to do it a lot when I was first playing Strive, and I had so much fun because I got to know the player base, and I also got to ask them for matches. So that's also a good way to start off. You're a little.
You're gonna run into sweaties because of the seeding in those major tournaments.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me just disable that because I didn't realize I had streamer mode on, so I couldn't see everybody. Celebu, getting good at commentary and hopping on the mic whenever I can. Hey, talked about it before. Like, you don't just have to be a player. You don't just have to try to do that. You could be a TO. You could be bracket runner. You could do production. You could be talent. You could do a whole lot of things. It's not just about being a player. This is not just a fighting game thing. This is esports wide. Just keep that in mind. But hey, commentary. You know what? When we do our first tournament, it's one of my goals for this year is for us to run a double tap tournament this year. I will more than happy to have you on and have you commentate on there. Just remind me, or I'll try to make sure to put a reminder myself. So when we do plan this out, I'll bring you in. I have no problem doing that because sometimes you just need a shot. Go for it. It's good practice. I guarantee you it'll be the most professional environment you've ever done a production on. It'll kill any productions you've seen out there in the field. I guarantee it. But just make sure to remind me later. But that's a good thing to do. Make sure to just start on your locals. Go online, start on your locals. Just help. Just do it to help because that's going to be beneficial to you and beneficial to them because they're going to need people to talk on the mic and you need opportunities to get practice is the biggest thing. It's no different from your combos. You got to practice it.
You can also use pre-recorded old tournaments. That
yeah. That's a classic. Yeah.
If there's just a regular tournament that nobody has commentary over, or even if they do, lower it and then just commentate it over it because sometimes you need to hear yourself. And that's sometimes what you're going to end up having to do is you might end up commentating by yourself or with someone else, and you need to hear your flaws to get better. It's just part of it.
Absolutely. And then Original Shinobi, it's the last one. For 26, I just want to learn more games right now. I'm learning Uni 2. Always was a fan of the game, just never got to learn it. Nice. After learning Uni 2, I want to try out Exert or Close Combat next.
Oh, so that's the Pokemon
Close
game.
Combat's cool. Yeah, Close Combat's gonna be really cool.
That reminded me.
That is a cultured palette, might I say, of games that you're playing right there.
I like that he said, sort of like Uni got away, but Uni's still kind of like relevant, which is cool. For me, the game that got away was Persona 4.
Yeah, that got shot.
I remember.
We were going to tournaments during Persona 4. Dre and I met in a room where Persona 4 had just came out, and we were playing like Marvel 3 in the corner while everybody else was playing Persona. So like the thing is like I just missed out on the game. I didn't buy it, but I remember learning Yosuke, the dude with the skates. Yeah.
It's okay, man. You never saw it coming.
It got away from me. Oh,
don't worry, dog. You got to escape the Teddy nonsense.
No, so I got to escape dog. what I saw Coppervol and
what's
it was always Coppervol, Lord Knight, and Grover. Just
Lich was up there sometimes too, because he played Shadow Labyrinth, which was scary as hell.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Also,
stuff.
Banana can.
Wait, if you don't have the money for it, or you don't want to spend the money on older games that may not have some type of play with people, just go play Dojin games. And Dojin games will teach you so many things. They're like more homebrew made games by people, and they're kind of what I tell people to play if you want to learn how to play other fighting games that don't require you to like deep dive. You just have fun.
There you go.
It was cool. It was a cool cast. I really liked the game back in that time. You got the kid with the gloves and
you were trying to get beneath the mask. I understand.
Yeah, beneath the mask. Good track. Thank you guys for answering that question of the week. Once again, we'll have our new question of the week on our Discord. Make sure to go check that out. We'll post it up on Twitter as well. But that is going to be it. That's going to close out for this episode of Double Tap. So good to be back on a weekly basis. It would have been really hard to kind of catch up on Caitlyn and all this other stuff within 2 weeks. So I'm pretty stoked that we're back on this schedule. So appreciate y'all for hanging out with us for another episode of Double Tap. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my other expedites over here. It's with Static Gorilla at Static Gorilla on all social media platforms, as well as on Twitch. TNS, the usual business. Expedition 33, you know, Final Fantasy 7 for some reason, hardcore, I guess.
Hard mode, thank you. No, you know, it's just things,
shit.
yeah, this or that, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to be discussing more of 2XKO, Fatal Fury patch, more than likely on Friday. We'll be checking that out, and definitely at the lab. So check out Bros _ Calamity. We'll be playing a lot more of that game. We're gonna be having a 2XKO launch event, I believe.
That'll be on
Thursday.
Yes,
it'll be on your stream. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'll be on Mezza's stream. He'll talk to you about that later. But my favorite track from Persona, if we're gonna keep naming tracks, is when Mother was there, because it was like the pyramid and all of that. It's pretty cool.
You didn't segue into it well.
When Mother was there?
Dude, that is
like the
Pop
first
Tart's
one.
notification.
Is it? Oh, it is that joint. Yeah. I know that joint. I just don't know the names. All right, I just don't know the names. Yo, Mezza, you can find out where he's at Mezza FGC, where he's apparently streaming. Obviously the 2XKO tournament over for the lab and such, which is like dope. Where else can they find you at, man?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on YouTube. You guys are gonna see a lot of stuff get changed on YouTube. I'm gonna be doing a lot more indie content, and also covering mobile games, because I think it's hilarious that we don't cover them enough. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be playing a lot of 2XKO. Whether I be streaming it or not, it's subjective, because I'm trying to focus on Frosties. So, but I will be playing a lot. Like, so you guys can still swing by on Twitch for Mezza FGC. I won't be doing anything on Twitter for a while.
Okay. And of course, my favorite Persona track is actually Backside of the TV. It's actually probably one of my favorite joints. Shout outs to Lotus Juice. Actually, I watched him do that live at an Otakon like many a year ago.
Ooh, nice. What about Name Your Price? I'm kidding. It's just called Price. I was trying to segue. Mezza took all my good segues, and now it's over.
Yeah,
well, I'm a segue to me
this time.
I'm a segue to me. Follow me at CrashTagBS, but also make sure to follow the show at DoubleTapFGC on all social media platforms, as well as on YouTube. Come check out a video version of this podcast right there on YouTube as well. But make sure to follow. We might have a awesome announcement on the next episode for you guys. So make sure to stay tuned for the next one. Make sure to like, comment, retweet, share the episode for those of you who think might like it, and those that might be interested in getting into some 2X and stuff. This is going to be the spot to talk about, because we may also be having some guests very, very soon on this show to talk about all things 2XKO. But in the meantime, though, once again, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.
See ya.